Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakwadash, and of course, double honors go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, alright, who through the Holy Spirit, are able to teach us all this truth, alright, and continue to do so with great humility, alright. This is not Mom at the DC camp, and hey, here yet again is another sad case that seems like you at least hear at least once every year, where lo and behold, Christmas tree, alright, house burns down. And in this case, this is out of Detroit, alright. It says, Christmas tragedy, 2 boys killed in morning house fire on Detroit's east side. Appeared to be little Jake's, right? That may, let me see here. Doesn't say. Yeah, 2 brothers. I'm thinking maybe that might be the father. I don't know. But anyway, this is family members are mourning the sudden and untimely death of 2 young boys following a Christmas Day house fire on Detroit's east side, proving once again, alright, you never know when. Alright, so like the scriptures say, it says, in fact, let me get it. I apologize for not having these things loaded for time, but an easy fix. Alright, and for this we're going to stay in the Apocrypha. Alright, because so many Jakes, we see it at least once, you know, each week out there on the highways and byways, like we did. Jake comes up, you know, he just starts staring at the sign. So there was a speaker just asked him, said, you know what this is about? And he went, you know, talking. Evidently he didn't know, but we were trying to let him know, hey, time's growing short. You want to know who you are, you want to know what's going on. Talk about the elites. He didn't even want to know none of that. You know, he doesn't want to know who's behind all the money and, you know, pulling the strings and everything. He's just, hey, you know, you got to tell it like it is. Jake has been reduced to the point of having all the, just being an animal more or less, just concerned about, you know, eating and shitting and, you know, just animalistic, just base. That's sad, considering the base man is in rule. But Jake does not want to know that. This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Let me scroll on down. It says, let's see. I started forward. It says, say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Most High Yahweh is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, here's the point. Be not without fear to add sin unto sin, and say not his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners. Here it is. Verse 7, make no tarrying to turn to the Most High, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Most High come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Not only this, but there's something else that they, you know, and it's these parents of Jake. You know, they're stuck in these churches and not realizing that these things were set up to keep you not knowing who you really were. This was done on purpose. Alright? This is Jeremiah 10 and 2. What was going on here? This is says, thus saith the Most High Yahweh. In fact, I'm going to come back to that, Salaki. I'm going to come back to that. Let's read more into this. It says, when firefighters entered the home, they found the bodies of a 6-year-old and 7-year-old in the front room of a 2-story home. A Christmas tree was also found inside where the children likely would have gathered. Alright, and they were identified, and it gives you the address. It says when firefighters arrived, they saw a heavy fire coming out of the windows of the house. 30-year-old D'Amica, the mother, had jumped out of the second floor window with a 3-year-old in her arms. They did not appear to be injured and were hospitalized as a precaution. 2 other children also made it out of the home, an 8-year-old girl with third-degree burns on her hands and face, and a 10-year-old boy who suffered smoke inhalation. They were on the first floor and made their way out by themselves. They are currently at Children's Hospital and listed in critical condition. It's definitely a Christmas tragedy, said David Fornell, a deputy fire commissioner. Just horrible. It says they go on to say they're still investigating, but what we're getting into, I'll go back to Jeremiah here, is what? Spiritual fornication, alright? And our Jake's not taking on the characteristics of and following the traditions of your oppressors in the land of your oppression, alright, which is here in America. And you want to just, I don't know, just because everybody else does it. This is a surefire case of Hosea, for instance, alright? And it's not like, you can't say that I never knew or I never had the opportunity, because we're out there on the highways and byways. All you need to do is ask. But the thing that these Edomites have been so successful in doing is making you hate your own. Alright? Making you hate your own. You want to follow a philosophy and doctrine of your oppressor, alright, which is that Christian church. And as a result, people die. Not necessarily this way, but in other ways. Dead is dead. This is Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And that's what's going on. Alright? Jake has an attention span of a gnat. Alright? Why? Because of this society he's grown up in. Alright? There's a whole lot of other things that go into it. Even diet. Because Jake, our people have been systematically destroyed. It's not a coincidence. It's not happenstance. It's done deliberately. Alright? By who? Your oppressors. They come at us every conceivable way. Alright? And it goes into Psalms 83. They don't want us to come, but they see. Alright? And fear has gotten. Why do you think what's going on now is going on with this supposed, the virus? Alright, that goes into Revelation 11 chapter, fear. They see us standing up on our feet now, coming back into our own. Alright. So here we are, these 2 boys lose their life. What? Because, again, spiritual fornication. Let's go back to where it was. Alright. It says, thus saith the Most High Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be borne, meaning carried, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. Alright? Because these are things that or made as a man. Alright? So the man makes their God, and yet worships that which, you get it. Alright, this is Leviticus 18. Alright, going back into the history. When Israel went into another land, what? There were rules. This is, it says the laws at the heading on immoral relations. Alright? Leviticus 18 and 3. It says, after the doings of the land of Egypt, which is spiritually Egypt and Sodom, it says, after the doings of the land of Egypt wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Alright. Ye shall do my judgments and keep mine ordinances to walk therein. I am the Most High Yahweh, your power. Not everybody else's, but I am your, Israel's power. Alright. So let's go on to Psalms. Let's see, 106. I know I'm going to have someone out there, well, that was the Old Testament, you know, this is, you know, whatever. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that's nothing but. Let's see. Here it is. This is going into the lands that they went in. They were supposed to destroy everything, just as was in the case with Saul. But what happened? We all know what happened with Saul. All right. It's and as a consequence, it says that. But this is Psalms 106 and 35. It says, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. All right. And they served, verse 36, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Our people can't live without Christmas and all these other wicked so-called holidays. Can't do without it. Alright, got to perform the same rituals as the rest of the heathen because they're so ingrained in the society. You know, we often say they can't see past America. Alright, don't want to. Alright, as promised for those Old Testament or New, you know, let's go to Ephesians. Let's see. Let's see. Nope. Alright, this is the New Testament. Let's see, I might have to start up. Wait a minute. I started 5. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 5. It says, for this ye know, that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater, hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Hamashiach, Yahushua, and of the Most High Yahweh. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. Alright? Be not ye therefore partakers with them. Alright? For ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. Alright? It's coming back to your power. Alright? And having done so, can't turn back. And that's what we're trying to tell our people, you know. Come out of the ways of your oppressor. Alright? Come out of the ways of America. And I will finish it off with this one. This is going to be Proverbs. It's sad. Two little Jakes, 6 and 7 years old, respectively, gone. But we also know that, I said that was going to be the last one. This is Job, chapter 4, verse 7. It says, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished, being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off?" At the end of the day, this is judgment. Alright? It's judgment. Like I said, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of a living power, Hebrews 10 and 31. Unto the issues of death, alright, belong to the Most High. Alright? He don't have to get you in this life where you actually committed the affront. It can be down the road. That's up to him. He's the Most High. This is, I said I'll finish it off with this one. This is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 4. Alright? He taught me also, alright, and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments, and live. Alright? And we just went over those. Alright? Not to be partakers in idolatry. Alright? And in this case, that wicked ritual they call Christmas, which has its roots in ancient Babylon. Alright, with Semiramis, Tammuz, and Nimrod, and all that. Alright, so once again, as I shut it down, this is the article from the Detroit News. In this case, it's the MetroDetroitNews.com. Alright, 2 little Jakes lost their lives in a house fire. Celebrating or waiting to celebrate Christmas. This was the night before. Alright, so with that, I hope every view is edified. Of course, that's what we're here to do. Alright, trying to wake up the remaining, hopefully elect. So with that, once again, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakabradash, and of course, once again, double honors go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.